Wave his hands, no. All right. I'd like to welcome everybody to our, you can hear me, can't you?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear me out there in the audience there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Everybody just kind of sitting there. Welcome to our May meeting of the East Central Ohio Technology Users Computer Club. And this is our monthly presentation program meeting. And it's my pleasure to be able to introduce somebody I met back in the winter time when he did a presentation for APCUG on this topic. And when I heard it, I said, we've got to have him share with us because I've heard a number of presentations on this same kind of topic, and he added things I hadn't known before. It was great. Our presenter today is Uwe Dotzauer. He's a network engineer and a computer consultant with over 20 years of experience. Now, right now, he's specializing in the Apple Macintosh technology, and he's been doing that since 1998. Uwe enjoys educating users about the daily challenges in the cyber world around us. He's a graduate of George Mason University, and I even stopped there one day with a band for a competition. And he's got a Master of Science in Telecommunications, and this is what I think is neat. He has a degree in network forensics. In addition, he also enjoys volunteering for the Smithsonian National Zoo elephant family. Today, he's here to tell us how to conquer the big con, how to identify the scam, what we can do about it, and how to secure our computers and what to do if it even happens. So I'll turn things over to Uwe, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. Shout out to Ohio. Love Ohio. I met once Jack Hanna, the zookeeper of America, I call him that, and from Columbus Zoo, and the wilds. I hear always about the wilds in Ohio, and I really have to visit one day. It's one of my plans to go there. So yeah, change topics. Not to a good topic, but yeah, I became aware of those online scams while I was working, my private clients, consulting, and just wanted to get the word out first, because there's so many people, not only senior citizens, but a lot of normal users that don't know and that fell prey to or fell victim to online scams. And my presentation is about just basic how to avoid those scams, how to identify the scams. And yeah, I just wanted to get the word out, and let me pull up my slides here. And I don't know, I didn't get a window from Zoom to take control. Don't I have to take control, John?
Yeah, I made you co-host. Let me check again.
Okay, I'm gonna start my, hold on, I think I have to.
Yeah, you're a co-host, so you should be able to share.
My display, sorry, I did a couple of times, but I don't do it enough. So that's gonna be, hold on. Why is it not showing up? I'm sorry.
Just try doing a Alt-S keyboard shortcut.
Being in, hold on. Sorry. Why did I get the Zoom? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So now I'm in Zoom. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I'm here. Share screen. one participant can share at a time. Multiple signatures. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Host only.
yeah, because you're a host, so just hit the green button. And then select the.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay. Share. Gotcha. All right, here we go. Very good. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So hold on, get back.
Perfect.
Sorry. All right. So welcome for my presentation. So, like I said, I want to talk about the scams, how to identify the scams, what can you do about them, what would happen when you did accidentally, gave out your social security or bank account and all that stuff. And then we open the floor up to questions. So here are the trending top 5 scams this year. Of course, the year is not over, and a lot of the schemes, they repeat a little bit differently. But here are the top 5 right now. Because tax season was up on us last month, income tax ID theft is on the rise again. It's always the time of the year. So they either steal somehow the W-2, all the information, get your social security number, and then file with the IRS a phony tax return. So that's it's so common now. So to prevent that, file early and register with the IRS. They can give you a PIN number, private PIN number. So it's kind of like a two-way factor authentication, and you'll be fairly safe. Second, crypto. Not that I try to say crypto is a scam. That's everybody can decide on their own. But in terms of the availability of crypto, or again, they just try to scam you into some crypto investment fund, whatever. That's still popular, although crypto is going down. Phony lottery is always around. Again, you won millions of dollars, but you have to get some money up front. I mean, provide some money up front to them for admin fee, blah blah blah. It's just a scam. Employment scams are on the rise as well. They promise you again work, high-paying jobs, whatever. But again, admin fee first, via cryptocurrency or whatever, and then ransomware, which we go into detail later on. Next, these are some points I put together. If you don't have any clue, and there's so many scams around these days, I think about it almost every day. And there's another one. I get daily emails. I subscribe to newsletters, and there's always something else. And I always think, hey, how can a normal person that is not really computer savvy, but is in the online world, how can they navigate and know what's fake and what's not fake? So if you have no clue of any computer terms or whatever, or online world, these are some points. So a scam, of course, always wants to benefit you. They promise you money, promise you riches. Again, phony lottery scam comes to mind. No, nobody is out to help you, unfortunately, in this world sometimes. So be skeptic. If you want to buy something, or if you made like a deal online, locally, you think, and they can't meet you to either give you the money or give you the merchandise, this is also a red flag. Then most all of the scams, they either pressuring you, they say ASAP, you have to quick, hurry, so you can't think. And of course, the ultimate factor is fear with those shocking calls. We go over them, the shock calls, the grandfather schemes, grandparent schemes, kid schemes. There's always fear involved. If you want to buy stuff in the online world and the price is too good to be true, if you compare it to other sites, it's probably a scam. Red flag. If you buy something and they don't accept regular currency, regular checks or credit card, and go to crypto, or they want your bank account number or something, be suspicious. Be suspicious. If you want to talk to them first about the merchandise or anything else about their website or their services, but there's no phone number listed or no helpline or anything like that, or they can't accept your call, whatever, that is also a red flag. Be aware. Also, if you want to do some research about that company, about the finances and all that stuff, and they're not listed on the internet, or the Better Business Bureau doesn't have any files or any information about them, be aware. With the romance scams, always be very, very suspicious. They claim they're in love with you, but they can't meet you in person. Even now, Zoom calls. They use deep fake pictures, video, and not their own voice. They're using high tech, which is not so high tech anymore, but they're using current video manipulation software to get money out of you. And if money is always into the talk about money, be suspicious, red flag. This scheme, the Money Mule scheme, is still around. I just want you to be aware of that. If you maybe look for a part-time job, work from home, those work from home jobs, no experience necessary, blah, blah, blah. Be aware, again, if they want you to open a new bank account, anything with money, be suspicious, wire money to people you don't know, and maybe not even be involved in that company or in the type of service the company claims to be very suspicious. Also, again, back to the online romance. If a date, again, asks you for help with money transfer or buy merchandise for you, be careful. Don't do it. Again, don't send money to someone you don't know and you don't trust. Next. Yes, people still use checks every once in a while. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Be aware. I took one of the slides out, and last time I was talking about postal carriers that get robbed, and they steal the key, their master key for all the post boxes, mailboxes. And what the bad guys do, they go around, open mailboxes, and harvest. That's what's called harvest. Open the letters. Hopefully, they find some either cash or, which you shouldn't do, mail cash or checks, and wash them. Just erase the amount from whom it is, or from to whom it is, and just fill in any number. So be very aware of that. Make sure when you get your bank statement, the checks line up with the current balance. To avoid being scammed or your check stolen, hold your mail if you leave for vacation at the post office. Retrieve your mail frequently at home. and either go directly to the post office and deposit your mail there. Here, what I already little talked about, the phone scams. No, the IRS won't call you, the FBI won't call you. Yes, a lot of telemarketers call you, robocalls you get a lot too. I forgot to put it on there. If you don't solicit those people, they won't call you. Some are really scary, the police calls. I mean, in Europe and in Germany, for years now, senior citizens are being scammed out of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, because they claim they're the police, and the person is on they just caught a thief, and the thief has a list with your name on it, and you have to give the police all your valuables. And some people do it. Not some, a lot of people, although it's in the newspapers almost every day or every week. And now I see it here, more and more news in the US as well. Those are big, huge criminal organization, mafia-like organizations. Because, gosh, if you imagine just one person, 20,000 euros, $20,000, and just multiply that by 100, just have to be 100, or maybe just 50. That's a lot of money. So they still use it. What the things we can do is hang up. If you're really concerned, if you get a shock call, or your son, your grandchild is in some kind of a crime involved, and you have to put bail money out, hang up, call that person first. You might not, think straight, because again, the shock, the pressure is on you. The best thing is hang up, take a step back, because they probably will call you back even if you hang up, and try again and contact the person that's supposed to be in danger, or call the authorities. That's probably the best as well. Also, you get the regular tech support schemes, hey, this is Microsoft. We found a virus on your computer. Download this remote software and we'll clean it for you. That happened actually to some of my clients, and they paid for it. They luckily it was a credit card. And of course, after the fact, they called me, or the person called me, and I said, no, it's a scam, call your bank. And 3 hours later, he called me back and said, oh yeah, we froze all accounts, got a new credit card. And just come by and clean my computer, clean my computer of all those remote softwares. Also, I put the whistle down here if you want to have fun with them. Actually, they're pretty cool YouTube videos from people that scammed the scammers. They somehow got into the remote and via remote control into the sometimes East Asian call centers, and they scam them. They keep them online for hours and hours, and make fun of them, and basically avoid getting scammed or erase their computer, whatever they do. But it's really fun. It's on YouTube. And the whistle, come back to the whistle. If you want to whistle in your phone while they're trying to scam you, I'm sure they won't call you back. Social engineering, again, either with phone calls, emails, text, they try to solicit you, try to get information out of you, of either if you're at work, some kind of intel from your organization, email addresses from people, from the IT guy, or something like that. No, never give out any information. Phishing emails, they're still around, of course. Like I mentioned already, lottery scams out there. Again, you won money, but first you have to wire up some admin fee. No, it's all a scam. Your email account resets. They said, this is Amazon. or whoever your email provider is, please give us your username and password so we can reset your email or account, whatever. And again, never ever give out your password. Never ever. That's just the one rule you have to obey by. The Nigerian print scheme is still out there. It's over 20 years old, but people still fall for it. Charities that are fake, again, online romance, online dating, and of course, promise of riches with investment schemes. Here are some examples, some screenshots from, if you don't know actually how a legit email should look like. You can see here, number one, the domain doesn't make sense, paypalaustralia.com.au. If you have a PayPal account, check the legit email before you do anything else, or contact PayPal, reply not to that email, to contact them in a different window, different tab of your browser, and send them an email or chat with them, and not use that fake email to contact them. And don't click on the link. You see if you hover on the link and it's just an IP address, yeah, that's fake. Also, I still get like scam emails, solicitations, and the English has still not improved, even with Chat GPT, whatever it's called. They still write their own garbage emails, and you can make them out. They're from overseas, and it's very bad grammar. Of course, Microsoft's always been exploited with the emails. Be aware of that. Again, bad grammar. The email address doesn't look legit. And of course, there's an attachment. Never open attachments, guys. Never, ever. Of course, Amazon, verify, blah, blah, blah. And then they have your login username and password. Since the beginning of the iPhone or smartphone, they are trying to scam, in the new technology, the texting, the smishing, what it's called now. It's just an evolution from the email scams. So I still get them every once in a while. Your gas provider, your water provider is texting you. So you think, but again, it's a scam. Your bank won't text you. Well, unless it's a two-factor authentication, but they won't do any official business over a text. So the IRS is not doing it either, FBI or whoever. So be aware of that. Here's some examples. Again, bad spelling, bad grammar. Don't go and click on that link. Just delete either block them, put them into junk mail, or just delete them right away. Here is a topic that's still around. It's more for your grandchildren, children, if you have young kids, teenagers, because they're bombarded with that stuff. And they have to be also educated. And it's not, I don't know if in Ohio, but here in Virginia, Northern Virginia, they still know class they can take. The kids, they should really take online best practices. And the school system just doesn't do that. Only does it after the fact, maybe when there are headlines in the news, and we have to be quicker than that. There's actually a link down here. All the underlined words, they're hyperlinks. So when I get John the full presentation, you can click on them and it gets you straight to that website. It has changed a little bit, but there's still some great information. So if you have teenagers, you can share that with them and educate them, because it's still around and it's really nasty stuff there. Pop-up adware still around. Don't click on them. Don't follow their advice or directions. Have a good antivirus or pop-up blocker, and yeah, just don't do anything they ask you to do. Again, this is just a screenshot. There's a 1-800 number. Again, don't call the 1-800 number because it's fake. Here, it's another example. Don't click on update now, because then you got the remote software installed. Also for Mac, called Apple. Get rid of your virus, allegedly. And this is kind of the main.
Okay.
All right, I'm continuing. So say it again, ransomware. Don't open attachments you have not solicited or from unknown sources. Don't click on any hyperlinks, whatever, in those strange emails you're getting all the time. And also try to avoid getting any free applications on your.
He's only showing a partial.
On your phone, on.
Yeah.
Continue. But I'm continuing. Here's some examples. There was earlier scam here. The FBI, has caught you, blah, 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 and you have to pay a fine. No, the FBI doesn't have a PayPal account or doesn't accept cryptocurrency. So this is a scam. Also, your files, they're encrypted. Hopefully you have a good backup. I have also another presentation. Maybe one day I can talk to you guys in front of you guys again.
I'm going to hang up.
And talk about my backup presentation, which would help you to retain all your data even after a hacking attack. Talked about a little bit already about romance, online dating scams. Again, bad guys steal pictures, beautiful girl, beautiful here, army man, whatever. Try to get you into conversations online, and then all of a sudden, boom, hey, they make up some stuff. Can you wire me some money, blah, blah, blah. And yes, they can talk to you over Zoom with the help of deepfake imaging software. And if they can't meet you in person, it's not a real person. It is a real person, but it's a fake scam. So be aware of that. Be old school and meet in person. How about that for a change? Online shopping. Still, there's money to be made in terms of mafia-like organizations that put up websites and try to get you money. There's some typical signs of again, how to spot those fake websites. I listed a couple of them. But also what I updated here is you can always check if you're not certain, hey, if it's a real website, you can again click on the hyperlink down here, whois, or type in whois.com and plug that software, that site, a web address into the search bar, and it will give you information about it if it's if it's legit, if it's registered, and all that stuff. To spot some more signs, the next slide here, you'll see the product details are either not there or very short, not very detailed like they would be on a real handbag website. There is no padlock on your URL, or not your, but the URL of the website. It's not encrypted, so I wouldn't even touch US. In Europe, also they do those adware pop-ups or online ads. Be suspicious. I know a lot of people now, especially during COVID, you know, you don't want anybody in your house, or you don't want to go outside to a vendor, to a tech shop and get your computer fixed. If it really needs to be, just make sure it's a reputable provider of online help, on tech support, and just do your research before you really do that. Ransomware, still around. It comes through the attachments, links in emails, free applications. Don't do that. I had a case one time, luckily very light case. Husband and wife, they answer, or they call that 1-800 number.
Okay.
All right, I'm continuing. So say it again, ransomware. Don't open attachments you have not solicited or from unknown sources. Don't click on any hyperlinks, whatever, in those strange emails you're getting all the time. And also try to avoid getting any free applications on your
He's only showing a partial.
on your phone, on
Yeah.
Continue. Right, I'm continuing. Here's some examples. There was earlier scam here. The FBI, you know, has caught you, blah blah blah, and you have to pay a fine. No, the FBI doesn't have a PayPal account or doesn't accept cryptocurrency, so this is a scam. Also, your files, they're encrypted. Hopefully you have a good backup. I have also another presentation. Maybe one day I can talk to you guys in front of you guys again
I'm gonna hang up.
and talk about my backup presentation, which would help you to retain all your data even after a hacking attack. Talking about a little bit already about romance, online dating scams. Again, bad guys steal pictures, beautiful girl, or beautiful here, army man, whatever. Try to get you into conversations online, and then all of a sudden, boom, hey, they make up some stuff. Can you wire me some money, blah, blah, blah. And yes, they can talk to you over Zoom with the help of deepfake imaging software. And if they can't meet you in person, it's not a real person. It is a real person, but it's a fake scam. So be aware of that. Be old school and meet in person. How about that for a change? Online shopping, still there's money to be made in terms of mafia-like organizations that put up websites and try to get your money. There's some typical signs of again, how to spot those fake websites. I listed a couple of them, but also what I updated here is you can always check if you're not certain, hey, if it's a real website, you can again click on the hyperlink down here, whois, or type in whois.com and plug that software, that site, that web address into the search bar, and it will give you information about it, if it's legit, if it's registered, and all that stuff. To spot some more signs, the next slide here, you'll see the product details are either not there or very short, not very detailed like they would be on a real handbag website. There is no padlock on your URL, or not your, but the URL of the website. It's not encrypted, so I wouldn't even touch that website, or even order something from it. So make sure there's the padlock, and that padlock you can click on, because that's a security feature. And if you click on it, you should get some numbers, the certificate, when it expires, blah, 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 the certificate authority and all that. And if it has that, then it's legit. But then you say, hey, hold on a minute. I thought I'm secure. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Well, you're not secure if you do any kind of security like in the pictures. But how can we prevent being a victim? You have to lock down your computer, be more secure. Again, more and more phone security is available too, and you should do that too for your phone, for your smartphone, if you use it, if you're a heavy user and you order stuff from it. So what can we do? Keep your computer, tablet, smartphone in shape, and in shape I mean software-wise. Keep the iOS updated, upgrade the iOS when you can, especially if there were some alerts. Sometimes Apple just releases updates because they're aware of like a 0-day attack exposure of the code, and they issue an update. Yes, sometimes that can mess up some stuff too. That's why I kind of wait sometimes like a week or so until other people download it, and then I see it's safe, and then I do it. With like major upgrades like OS 13, when it came out, or OS 12. I always wait, because again, third party, and that's a different topic, but the third party provider, drivers and all that, they're not on the same page yet, and just give them time. As long as your older OS is still supported by Microsoft or Apple or whatever, you don't have to upgrade. That's the only thing when I say, hey, you don't have to upgrade. Be aware of that. So, but yeah, keep your browser apps updated, check on that regularly. Yes, we all have thousands of websites and thousands of passwords. So yes, you can still write them down in a book. Don't lose the book, keep it secure. Or you go the password manager route. Safari and other browsers, Google, they have password managers integrated, and they're available then through the iCloud, whatever you shared, if you want to go that route. So you're aware of that. Also, internet security, yes, pay some money. I call it inexpensive insurance for internet security, McAfee, Norton, whatever. You have to have something, just be aware. Even with Apple, it doesn't hurt, Apple is, yes, it's more secure, but it never hurts malware scanners, which is included in the Internet Security usually suite. Make sure you are safe and secure. Also, to plan ahead to have your data backed up, and we talk about it a little bit later, how to back it up and what to do. Have a true online backup or a safe way to back up your data. Here it is. We are talking about backup. Backup is your lifeline. I mentioned I have another presentation, just plain backups and how to get your data secure and be secure. I tell my clients to follow the 3-2-1 rule. It's been around for a long time. 3 copies of your data, 2 different types of storage media, and at least 1 offsite. I mean, it could be the cloud, or if you have a bank safety deposit box, that's fine too. It has to be backup just in case, a disaster strikes, or you're being try to be, extorted with ransomware. Be aware, I can't stress that enough, iCloud, online drive, Google Drive. If it's just online drive, just storage, we have to differentiate between storage and true online backup. Storage is just, you have your files there, you have to keep it in certain folders, like with OneDrive and iCloud on the iCloud Drive, whatever, that's going to be backed up. If you have it somewhere else in the computer, it's not going to be backed up. It doesn't have any versions. Yes, if you delete something, you can retrieve it in a week, but what happens 6 months down the road, 8 months down the road, that data you wanted is not there anymore. So be aware of that. It's very important. Also, password complexity is also, and it changes. It changed again because, again, the technology is getting better. The blackheads, the bad people, miscreants, they go with technology. So now the longer the password is, the better. Yes, special characters are still in play. Put some in. Very important. Don't reuse your passwords. Yes, it's easier to remember for you, but again, with the help of password generators and password managers, you might not even need to remember the password, and you can change the frequency you change the password on the website. So yeah, make sure to follow these, and then you're better secured in terms of password. Do it like the Dutch. My friends from the Maastricht University in the Netherlands made a good point here to treat your passwords like your underwear. So follow that advice. Always helps. Here, if you want to check if your password or your email address has been compromised or had been in a scam, check with those 3 again hyperlinks here. I've been pwned. It's also a good one. If they've been involved in in kind of exploits, yeah, you should check that. Yeah, check your Google and Safari browsers. They also check on a regular basis if your email address and password is strong enough or has been exploited. It's been on a dark web or something like that. So check on that. That's a good thing to start. Here's some already mentioned. The browsers help you to stay secure, to be updated, not to reuse your password, and that is a good tool to have. And it doesn't cost anything because it's already in terms of Apple, it's already included in the operating software. Online accounts safety, especially with banks and any kind of financial institution, is very, very important. Yes, two-factor authentication when you get a text or so is now a must, I would say. But even better if you talk to your bank or ask them about security, maybe you can use them. You can put that online banking account on your authenticator, because the authenticator, if we see a slide, the next slide we'll talk about it, will give you more security. And again, with the password manager in play, to change your password regularly will also help. So here, the authenticator, either Google or Microsoft, maybe there's some others out there, just put these slides up there, the screenshots. They help you because they have that number and it changes every 30 seconds or so. So it's very, very secure, and it's always in your possession, even if the scammers with the two-factor authentication with the texting, because the scammers, they can spoof your smartphone telephone number, but they don't have the certificate from the authenticator, so it's worthless when you use the authenticator, and they don't get into your account, but you do because you have the authenticator. So what else can we do? We can be informed. We can stay up to date. Yes, it takes a little work, or you have to read. But hey, that's always good, because you want to stay updated. You want to know what the black hats are up to, the bad guys. And the first one, Scamicide, that's actually from a lawyer and a law professor, Steve Weissman, and I follow him daily. He always sends me emails, and I stay updated on the current scams, and even good news when they catch the bad people and they get jail sentences and all that. It keeps you up to date. That's pretty good. AARP also has a newsletter. Doesn't cost anything to stay updated. SANS Institute is really hardcore industrial stuff if you're still out there in the enterprise world. But I do also some home user stuff, but it's really high security there. A lot of information, great information. Unfortunately, I usually do local. In this presentation, Ohio, I was looking at Columbus Police, Cleveland Police, and I'm a little bit disappointed about it because they have no special section for cybersecurity. So I had to go out, look for the Attorney General of your state, and had a good, there's some good information, some guides out there, some information. Really shame with the police department, but that's the funding. We should ask for more funding for our police departments. Also, what can you do? What else can you do? I actually use that for saving or protecting my credit. I use those 3 companies and it works too, because I was just recently buying a car and I was checking online, and because you can unfreeze them for a day or so, or a couple of hours, and I had to do that, of course, 3 times. I had to do it a couple of times. So the car sales guy can look into my good credit. Okay, but the train left the station, it happened. So what now? Worst case scenario. Call somebody, call the professionals. Here that hyperlink shows you the steps. If you gave out your bank account number, call your bank immediately. it really helps. They have now special teams that do that, help you each step of the way. Call your credit company. They have a fraud. Also, you can put fraud alerts on your credit card if you go out of the country or anything like that. Work with them as good as you can, and you might have, well, you're probably lucky if you do it early enough. Also, you can help fight those criminals. You can issue a fraud alert on, or at least a fraud investigation on that website and that hyperlink, a federal investigation. That always is useful to do to fight crime. And here are the, again, kind of like a summary, the 5 takeaways. If you have not followed very closely, or it's really overwhelming, I know, so much to do, but we unfortunately live in that world. We have to do something. So number 1, you just be skeptical and suspicious of email. You don't know from whom it is. And again, the red flags, keep those red flags in the beginning of the slideshow in your mind. It's just nobody is looking really out for you and try to give you $1 million, but yet you first have to give them money. That doesn't work like that. Keep good care of your devices. Keep them updated. Keep them secure. Yes, if your computer is 12, 13 years old and you have Microsoft, Apple, whatever, your operating software is probably not current anymore, and it won't be supported, and it's easy to exploit. So please invest the money, get a new machine, get a new computer, get great anti-software on there. Like I call it cheap insurance, and be advised to have updated equipment and software. Again, stranger danger. If you don't know a person and they ask for your social security number and you don't know who it is, you can't verify them, don't give out any information. Tell them, send you an email or send you a letter, whatever. Just don't give out, especially over the phone, nothing. Don't give out anything over the phone, even if they pressure you. And if you really don't know, again, ask the professionals. I gave you some links. Again, subscribe to the newsletters. They have those different organizations, and maybe your police department, whatever, has a cyber security division. You can ask them, maybe. If you know a trusted source, an IT guy, ask them. Just ask somebody. Don't just keep it to yourself, because that's what the bad guys want you to do. Don't say anything. Again, actually, it should be the number 1 rule. Never give out your username and passwords to any accounts. Any accounts. All right. So next step, just spread the word if you can, the family, keep them talking, tell them, what you learned and what you will learn maybe in the future, because that's what has to happen. You have to keep a conversation going, just educate people about those scams. And with that, if there are any questions, yes, there's Jack Hanna, Columbus Zoo, and the Wilds, because I'm, help the Smithsonian people out here in Washington, D.C. But yeah, if you have any questions about my presentation, we can discuss them now, if you want to.
Good. That was excellent.
Thank you.
I think the problem we have is that on-site place keeps losing. So we have the people who are there with their smartphones, they're jumping on. So right now, Virgil and Jim will be the spokespersons for the people out there. I think for me, what is the most frustrating part is how clever they are. I have somebody who we have lunch with over the last number of years, lots of times, we're always together. We always talk tech, retired school teacher, and everything. And one time she got nailed. And halfway through, she all of a sudden realized, finally, it's a scam, closed it off, called the bank and everything. But, would know better. And I've had somebody else who I've dealt with who should know better, but it's amazing that they sound so real and so whatever. So I think that's the hardest part, is to not be trustworthy. I guess you have to think everybody's out to get you. Be safe. Ira, you got a question? Unmute.
I do. I was going to talk to him about that PayPal. I got a PayPal app on my phone, and when I get something online and I read it, and down below it'll tell me, don't go online, go to your app. And I go to my app, and then when I go to my app, I'm secure, and then I can find out if it's true or if it's not true, or what I owe or what I don't owe. So I just wanted to bring that out. So a lot of people go online and do that. I don't trust online.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the app is, when you download it, it's just secure, and there's no there can be no fake website, when you go to the website and you have an app. Yeah, it's better.
I want to thank you for your presentation.
Oh, thank you.
It was
Again,
really
this is
good.
This is just
It was good news. It was good news and bad news.
Yeah.
Hello, John.
Yeah, Mary Frances.
I want to ask him a personal question. I'm grinning, relax. What does it, I am an older person. What does it feel like to be a person your age, giving us all the general information? Don't trust anybody. It's just not the way I grew up, and it seems weird.
Yes. Yeah. Generation to generation. And I'm older too. And I see the new generation, and with their earphones and just glued to their smartphones. It's a little bit scary. Yes, they know a lot, do TikTok video and blah, all that stuff. But they, like that sextortion topic I told you about, again, that's social skills, and the social skills, they don't have that anymore, or especially now with COVID, after the fact. In
Yes.
school, I see it. I know it's a generational thing, and the bad guys take advantage of it. Again, the only thing we can do is education, and with education I mean online education. I wish the legislator would do something, in terms of, the content, in terms of content. They could do more, but again, so much money is involved. Again, money talks, and there's always the best. There's always somebody, who lobbies, for the big tech companies. Because again, there's just so much money, even dark money. It's very sad, but that's the world we live in. We can change it. We just have to, try harder.
I'd like to thank you for this presentation. It was very good, I think.
Thank you.
And,
Yes, spread the word. Spread the word.
Sorry for our sound
Technical problems.
but I'm sure you understand that and have experienced it other places.
It happens. Yes, it happens.
Thank you again.
Okay, you're welcome.
Do we have anybody from the live audience? Oh, we're alive, but in-house audience. Anybody with questions there? Yeah, I think the problem is that we can't get enough of the people that would be the susceptible to scams in to hear about this. And I'm sorry that more people didn't attend. But
I called 5 people and asked them to come for sure.
okay.
They didn't.
Yeah, and the problem is they'll be coming to us after they get scammed. And like Uwe said, come get my computer, or I need to bring in my computer to our repair days and totally clean it out because I didn't listen.
Yeah. We'll send them the slides. Hopefully
Yep.
they look through them. We'll send them the
Yeah.
slides.
Hope on that. Anybody else with questions or comments for our presenter today? I'd like to thank Uwe for sharing with us. It's been great. We got this scheduled to be here, and we may consider scheduling you again when our program chair is not here with us today, about backing up, because I don't know which is more important. They're kind of about the same between, watching for scams and backing up, because when you don't back up and your computer dies, there's absolutely nothing hardly we can do about it.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank you for sharing with us today. And we look forward to you when you are going to be at APCUG to do your other presentation you didn't get to do when you were sick.
Yeah.
And you're welcome to stick around. We're going to, if we can keep in contact with the church building, we have some door prizes stuff that we give away for those in attendance. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you.
Hey.
So now it'll be kind of the Dave V show, the Dave and whoever else show.
John,
Yes.
I want to turn the recording off, but for that,
I'll turn mine off.
yeah, that's the only one that's running.